Alright, time for one of my infamously shouty, screamy, hype-laden trailer reaction videos. Today we're talking about Resident Evil 2, or Remake Evil 2, Remake Resident Evil 2, I don't know how people put it together. It's Resident Evil 2, but better. Or, you know, presumably better if their previous Resident Evil remake's anything to go by, although that was, what was that, GameCube game? That's like 10,000 years old. But I've not seen this yet, this particular gameplay trailer. It was shown at E3. They've put it online now 2 days ago, but I didn't get around to seeing it, so figured we could watch it together. And I gotta say, I was too busy cracking unwise earlier to react to it, but the music as Leon walked into the cop station, the mausoleum / cop station, very nice to see, nice and nostalgic. Here we are looking on an old computer because this is basically set in 1956. That's how old the Resident Evil series is. There's a map. We all remember the map. And look how young he looks. Like, I'm so used to Resident Evil 4 onwards now that it's a little odd to see young, baby, fresh-faced. I almost called him Liam. He's not called Liam. Leon Kennedy, not Liam Killjoy. I don't know why that name was in my head. I don't think anyone's called that. Oh, God, that looks fucking spooky, doesn't it? I don't want to deal. I wouldn't truck with that. I mean, look how slick that floor looks. He's probably crawling around on blood and vomit, and probably a little bit of poo, if we're being honest. I mean, a zombie apocalypse would have a lot of poo in it. If we're gonna get down those splashy noises, I don't know if the audio will pick it up over my yammering. Very wet, squelchy noises. It's a cop station full of liquid shit. Anyway, let's actually talk about it. It looks gorgeous. It looks, I mean, obviously we're comparing it to Resident Evil 2, so it would look gorgeous compared to a PS1 game, you know, unless it's your average Steam game now. If we go by the averages, it's nice and moody, nice and dark, sparse light, but used in a way to make everything just that little bit sinister, like the way that red was reflecting off the locker in the water and everything. So, I'm really liking that. Big fan, obviously. As a horror game, big fan of good lighting in games, because that can make or break certain experiences. Unless you're feeling froggy enough to try daytime horror, which is difficult, but very good when it's pulled off correctly. Because what is scarier than a monster that doesn't even care what time of day it is? He's gonna get dragged or munched, isn't he? You know it. You know that's going to happen. There we go. Munched up a treat. The only thing I'm leery about there is blood should be coming out of his mouth right about. Oh my God! Alright, well, they were saving all of the blood for the lower bit of him. But no, I mean, I'm not saying that because I want to see blood gurgling out of someone's mouth going... But... I don't know, maybe I've just seen too many horror movies. When you're getting, like chowed down on that much, normally it pushes a bit of blood up your neck. I think that's how the biology works. So, nice and spooky, and there we go, cop zombie. Looks good, doesn't it? That looks alright. Went down in 2, but might be on an... Oh, no, he's back for more. He's going back for another chew. Oh, lovely. Oh, look at that. I love the animation on it. As I said, I only saw the teaser at E3, and even then I was live streaming at the time, so I couldn't pay proper attention. I just saw Resident Evil 2 Remake and just assumed it would be good. And this is impressing me right about now. Here and no mistake, bloody hell, matey oh matey boy. This is, again, subtle guiding of the red there. Very, It stands out, but in a way that seems just that little bit imposing. I can't get over the animation on them. Zombies have been done so much in films, games, TV shows, books, that it is difficult to make them scary and even creepy now. But yeah, they've got a real viciousness. They've still got the zombie gait. They're not like fast runners or like the Crimson Heads or anything, although, you know, maybe we will see those in this game. But they've got an aggression to them. and a speed of the lunge that is nice. I mean, I always thought the original Resident Evil zombies were, like, they remained creepy. Part of that was due to the graphics, because sometimes not good graphics, I won't say bad, not good graphics can be creepier. Just like a lot of low-budget horror movies are creepier, there's just something a bit more real, and sometimes unreal about it. It could go either way, but it works really well. And that's that. January 25th, that's too long. That's too long. Bring that forward, mate. Just bring that forward a bit. All right, Resident Evil 2. Normally I do a long discussion about what I thought about it, but I don't know if there's much else I can add to that. That was an impressive bloody showcase right there, mate. A lot of people have said this is their most anticipated game already. They're looking more forward to this than they are to anything coming out this year, and I can't fault them for that. I don't think they're necessarily wrong. I wouldn't say they're right. I mean, it's their opinion. They're right for them. But I can't blame anyone being more excited for this than anything else. I mean, a remake of this level is practically a new game, just with a lot of fun, nostalgic trappings. And it looks like we've gotten past that mini boom where horror games had a little resurgence because they were getting popular on YouTube and Twitch and that. And we had Outlast and we had Amnesia, and some companies looked at that and thought, oh, horror might be making a bit of money. They never lost money on it. It just had a niche audience, and niche audiences aren't good enough for AAA publishers, most of them anyway. But Capcom is still flying the flag. We had the really good Resident Evil 7 not too long ago, and this, I mean, they bust out something like this. People are super excited for it. They resell the original Resident Evil, either the proper PS1 original or the remake. Every time a new bloody system comes out, I'm still waiting for the obligatory Resident Evil on Switch. They know it makes money, otherwise they wouldn't keep selling it, and yet so many companies look at horror and say, oh, it doesn't make money. No, you just have to work harder to try and work out how to shovel microtransactions in it. That's your idea of doesn't make money. But Resident Evil 2, very, very fond memories of that brilliant game. Dominated my school, actually. A lot of people were big on that Resident Evil tip. I last played it, I think it actually was the last game I was playing on my PlayStation Vita before I just couldn't find the charger for it and didn't really look very hard for it because it was the PS Vita and Sony had given up on it, so why shouldn't I? In any case, people have wanted this remake for years and years and years and years. Myself included, so obviously I'm looking forward to this. I don't know if I'd say I'm looking forward to it more than anything this year, but as I rack my brain, I can't think of much. I mean, everything's been shunted to February anyway, according to E3, so either way, Resident Evil 2, very high on my anticipation list. Christ, the zombies ate that man so hard.